hey, is your 808 out of tune? I mean, we gotta fix it because you're not gonna be able to put it to any music unless the music is also out of tune. But yeah, let's fix it because I think we can all agree by now it's pretty unprofessional sounding to have an 808 that's out of tune from the rest of the music. I always make sure that I have my 808 tuned to C. Let's say the 808 is a good sounding 808, but it's just not tuned to C. Well, let's tune it. Now, I don't have any other music in this session yet, so you can't really tell that it's out of tune because there's nothing to compare it to. But whenever I get a new 808, I always like to make sure that it's in tune before I even use it. So the first thing I'll do is I'll pull up a 3x oscillator and compare it to that because it's a pure sine wave. And we can compare and hear the difference between what the 808 is doing and what the 3x oscillator is doing. We know 3x oscillator is in tune, but we got to make sure that the 808 is matching. I like to take the 3x oscillator, make just a long C note, and also let's pitch up the octave of the 808 too. And you want to pitch the 808 up so you can really hear that note, because sometimes if the note is really low, it's hard to really hear what's going on. So now that we have the 808 up a couple of octaves and we got the 3x oscillator, and when you play them together, that sounds terrible. You want to start tuning the pitch down on the 808, down or up, depending, until you hear the notes blending together. You don't want to hear them clashing. There shouldn't be any clashing. That sounds like it right there. The trick to this is you have to use your ears. It's not even really a trick. You just gotta listen. Once you have the right tuning on the 808, bring it back down. And here's what I like to do. Just have a one shot of the 808 note. Let it extend the length of the entire sample. And let's bounce this down. Now you bounced out a perfectly in tune new version of that same 808. Shit, if I were you, I would just delete that old one. Just get it out of here. Now we can bring back the tuned 808 and it will be perfectly in tune with whatever key your song is in because it's a C. If you're tuning anything, you should always tune to a C so you can play it on the keyboard. Now there's other ways around it. You can mess with this and have it trigger if it's a different note other than C, but that's already confusing. So I like to tune everything to C, so anytime I play something, I don't have to worry about transposing it or whatever. So right now we're in tune. We can use it with any sample, any music, and it's gonna be perfect. Once you do this, I would suggest making your own personal curated kits with your favorite go-to sounds. Put all your tuned 808s in there that are tuned to C, favorite kicks and snares. If there's some beats that you mixed and the drums sound good, bounce out those one-shot drums and put them in a folder because they're already edited and mixed and tuned and everything how you like it. Start making your own kits, your own folders. This way you can grab from there instead of some out of tune stuff. Grab it from your folders that have the tuned sounds. That's what I do. I mean, I have like hundreds of my own kits at this point. But all my 808s are tuned to C. I have folders of just 808s that I've either made from scratch or other ones that I've edited. They're all tuned to C. I don't ever have to worry about my 808s being out of tune. But I had to do this process like I just showed you in order to get them in tune.